The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 12 years running.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Weekdays with Bernie segment. Tonight on Friday, it just took minutes for some people on MSNBC and other liberal outlets to direct this story in Connecticut from the horror to gun control.
When we talk about gun violence in this country, and we're not talking about Second Amendment rights, we're talking, as I was discussing with the Brady campaign officials yesterday, about reasonable background checks, reasonable controls, automatic weaponry and ammo, the multiple rounds that cause the greatest amount of violence.
And joining us now from Miami, the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com, Mr. Goldberg. We didn't do this on Friday. I don't know whether you saw Friday's Factor, but we had the highest rating, as usual, in the cable news universe. We didn't do any of that political stuff. Right? Because it just wasn't appropriate, you know?
Right.
The folks wanted to know what happened. They wanted the facts as far as we knew. And they wanted to see the reaction of the people on the scene. They didn't want any of this political stuff. Now, 3 days later, you can get into it. So when I saw that, I just went, you know, it doesn't really matter what it is. Their political agenda overrides every humanistic concern. Am I wrong?
No, you're not, unfortunately. There should be a reasonable period of time when we simply mourn. Television is our national cathedral. It's where we all go when there's an American tragedy. We go there to grieve together and to witness what's going on together. And there should be no politics. And as you said, it took minutes for some on the left in the media to start in with their gun agenda. But conservative media also use the tragedy and the media to further their agenda.
How did they do that?
There was talk. Yeah, I'll give you two examples. There was talk about how we took God out of the classroom, out of the schoolroom, so we shouldn't be surprised when there's carnage in the school.
I got letters. I got letters saying that.
There was talk about how we have 1 million abortions a year, which cheapens life, and that somehow this is related to what happened, indirectly, but somehow related.
Let me ask you something. Let
me just say this, Bill.
Okay,
as if an insane gunman, an insane, mentally unstable gunman, cares about God in the classroom or abortion. We know he doesn't.
Okay. I don't think he was insane, by the way. I think he knew right from wrong, and that's why he killed himself.
Yeah, mentally unstable.
Okay. Now, I didn't see that level of. I got letters saying, you know, what do you expect? You can take God out of the classroom, or we're a society that does not value right and wrong anymore. But I didn't see that. It certainly didn't happen on a Fox News channel. I didn't see it.
Yes, it did.
Yeah?
Yes, it did.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Happened on the Fox News channel.
I'll take it. But was it front and center, or was it just because it didn't happen on this program and I was watching the primetime coverage? I didn't see a lot of that.
Well, no, there's more of it on the left because, look, everybody in the media has a role. That's the unfortunate thing. That's why I'm disgusted with both sides. Everybody has a role in the media. So the left immediately.
Right.
Yeah, they
the
just need, you know what? Let's not let any tragedy go to waste. So they immediately jump on this to further the agenda that they've got about guns. An agenda, by the way, when it comes to assault weapons, I'll say it, keep the letters, I don't want to hear from you, that I agree with. I don't think we need assault weapons in our culture. I believe in the Second Amendment. I'm not anti-gun, but I think we don't need that. But the right also jumps on these things to further its agenda. Bill, I wrote a column on my website today. It was mostly about the incredibly difficult problem of how to deal with people who are walking time bombs, who simply are a little different, they seem odd, they're sullen. What do you do with those people? And I mentioned in this column that I was also in favor of a ban on assault weapons. Almost every single comment afterwards didn't mention the mental illness part, which is what the column was about.
They want assault weapons.
You know, they want assault weapons,
Right.
and do you know why? And this is something that the big names in conservative media don't have the guts to say out loud. You know why they want assault weapons? because they don't want it to protect themselves from common criminals. They want it to protect themselves from the federal government. That's what it's about. There's no question about that.
Well, there's a level of paranoia on the far right that certainly, but the founding fathers put that clause in there because there was fear back then that the government would turn oppressive, and that's a historical fact.
And they think Barack Obama wants to take their guns away, and that he's going to send troops into their homes to do it. It is paranoia.
If Barack Obama sends troops into their homes, the assault weapon's not going to help. The troops are going to be able to go into the home no matter what they have. My talking points, I try to be fair, and I try to put forth a calm down everybody. Let's work on this problem to see if we can find a solution that actually works. And I think that's the goal here. Bernie, thanks very much. Up next, why is America so violent? A disturbing question. We'll try to